Over the past 2 days, I have lost two friends, two people who I considered my best friends up until pretty much yesterday. And it's been a hard 24 hours for me. Yesterday was horrible, and I don't know, I didn't even cry as much as I thought that I would, because it's like I almost at this point can't even believe what I'm observing or what I'm experiencing with certain people. It's almost surreal, when you embark upon this journey of some would continue to say veganism, but I realized yesterday that that's really not even what it is, because vegan is a label, okay? It's something that our society has had to come up with and label in order to separate those who choose not to eat any animal products versus those who do. But it goes deeper than that. To me, it's actually the choice to love animals and to be in alignment with that love that you say you have. And to not be a hypocrite, right? Because most of us have pets, or our family has pets, or we have some kind of animal that's considered a pet that we're close to, that we love. But most of us grew up being programmed to eat other animals and not consider that they are also sentient beings who are capable of feeling emotions just like our pets, or who are capable of feeling pain and fear, and who also bond with their young, and who want to live their lives just as much as we do, and just as much as our pets do, and just as much as our children do. So when I embarked upon this, I don't even want to call it a journey, because to me it's just the way the natural state of how we should be, okay? So I guess when I got my sanity back, and went vegan 8 months ago, I never imagined that people that I loved, that I thought were good people, that I would consider good, decent, compassionate, generous people, could become so offended by seeing the truth and hearing the truth about what's happening to animals. And I may get a little emotional in this video, and I'm going to try really hard not to stop myself like I have in the past, because I think that it's time that we showed our emotions as human beings on this planet, as not even human, as just beings that are alive. We are emotional beings. That's a huge part of what we are, and we hide emotions a lot from each other to save face in public situations or work situations, or even we do it to each other, even in intimate relationships and family relationships. So if I feel that these emotions coming on, I'm just going to roll with it tonight, because there are some things that need to be said. And I even have some wine here because this is a hard video for me, so you may see me occasionally sipping it or chugging it. So with that being said, when I found out, or when it hit me, the devastating things that are happening to animals, and I saw the videos, I began immediately to try to share them with my friends and my family, because that is a natural response, okay? You're walking by a burning building and you know there are people trapped inside. Okay, the first thing you're gonna do, it's an emergency situation. The first thing you're gonna do, you know there are babies burning inside. You're gonna run around, you know, well, most people are probably gonna run straight in there. But if you can't run straight in there, you're going to scream and let everybody else know what's happening so that you can get help to save these people, right? So that's in effect what I was doing and what other vegans are doing when we share the graphic videos and when we share the memes and the post. That's what we're doing because we're horrified, and that is a natural reaction to the violence that is happening. The unnecessary violence is happening to animals. We're the same ones. We're having the reaction that a person who's paying attention, who has a heart, you know, we're going through the motions that are normal. And I can't imagine that I have been treated so poorly by people who claim that, first of all, claim that they love me. One friend who I've watched her son since he was 2 years old, and that kid means so much to me, and I know that I mean a lot to him. And it's just so sad that a person who claimed to love me so much and look up to me and will brag about me and tell people how much I mean to her and how much I've done in her life would estrange herself from me simply because I'm speaking out for innocent animals and showing people the truth about what is happening to them. Now, none of that makes sense. But the reason is because, see, at the beginning, she was just as appalled as I was. And she got very upset and she wanted to go vegan. But as soon as she started talking about it and getting any kind of negativity from her family or from her boyfriend, that was it. She just shut down right there. And she wanted me to shut down too and shut up. Because see, there's nothing wrong with what I'm posting. There's something wrong that she cannot stand up for what she actually believes too. And they're irritating her and rubbing her the wrong way because they remind her of what she's not strong enough to be able to do. And all she wants to do at this point is just go back to fitting in with her boyfriend and her friends and her family and society in general. And she doesn't care if that means never telling her son the truth. And he is the sweetest boy ever. And he's not gonna know the truth because she's gonna hide it from him. And he is such a loving little boy. And it makes me sad. I mean, sad is not even the fucking word. It makes me sad, but it makes me angry, and it makes me feel like she is weak, you know, and spineless. And it makes me want to just like slap the shit out of her, to be honest, because she was mad at me for tagging her in so many things about animals. And to me, if I tag you in stuff like that, you should take it as a compliment, because I think that you still have the lights turned on inside of you, and that you still have a heart and a soul that you can even feel and understand what it is I'm posting. So she took it as, you know, said it was annoying her. I would only hope, I mean, I feel sad that none of my friends, I knew a few people who were vegan years back, but they weren't vegan for the right reasons. They were doing it for their health. You know, they didn't really, it wasn't all about the animals, because if it had have been, I know that they would have wanted to share it with me more urgently. And if I had had one friend who showed me the things that I'm showing my friends, I would have done this a long time ago. And my life would have been better for it, because I would have been putting in better stuff into my body and not taking in the suffering and the negative energy of all the things that go on to animals. And you know, what we put inside of us is a lot of what comes out of us. And my life has gotten so much better in so many ways since I've become vegan. But in other ways, it's been absolutely heartbreaking. But I want to make this video because there's other people who know exactly how this feels, and you've reached out to me, and I really appreciate it. And I cherish your support so much, because it can be really, really fucking lonely. And the people who've reached out and said, I lost my best friend, or sent me a sticker or something, I just want to say thank you so much. But there's no going back, you know? I'm not gonna stop being vegan or stop talking about it just to keep those two friends. Because to me, they're not true friends. If what I'm saying offends them and they're not supporting it and they're not getting behind it and wanting to make changes in their own life, then to me, they're not people that I want to associate with. They're not gonna be part of my inner circle, because your inner circle should be people who reflect your heart and who could represent you if you needed them to. And they're just not that. They're not being that right now. So thank you for watching this video. And the reason that I made it is because I know it's hard. I probably won't even want to watch it. But the reason that I'm making it is because maybe it will give somebody else the strength if they're getting ridiculed or they're getting a bunch of criticism and they're afraid to stand up. I just want to tell you that you're right, okay? You're the right one. You're doing the right thing. And you should feel very proud of yourself and keep being vegan and keep speaking out for animals, because this stuff is sick and it has to stop, because it's so close to, it could be humans, you know, it could be our pets, and we can't just turn the other way while this happens and call ourselves civilized. So don't be afraid to let go of anybody, whether it's a boyfriend or girlfriend or anything, if you have to stay on your path, because you will find other friends who have the same heart as you do, and you will find so much more comfort in those people. And you will feel sane. So just don't even feel bad. You know, it might be hard and you might cry, but you'll find comfort in other people and other vegans. Thank you.